Travon Walker has been selected as the number one draft pick in the NFL draft. It's an amazing accomplishment for a guy from Western Middle Georgia, Upson High School, Thomaston, Georgia. It's a shocking run up the NFL draft board for a player at the outside of the defense that folks really, you know, a lot of folks believe in. A lot of folks are in the NFL I don't know about scratching their head, but you know, the way that Travon moved up the draft board this past month and a half or whatever it's been, 2 months, it's been pretty amazing. And it all really started when he had such an amazing performance in Indianapolis, and then he followed that up. I think it was at the pro day at Georgia. So it's not really looking back on it now, it can't be surprising that a guy who turned in one of the best all-time performances for a person his size in the NFL draft would go number one overall. Now, there's no certainty, and Aiden Hutchinson was the guy to beat in the race to number one, and that's what happened. What does this mean for Georgia? That's kind of the question a lot of folks want to know. It means that if you're a five-star player, you can get out of there as a number one overall draft pick. This is, two number one overall guys from 2009 until the 22 draft. There's not been a lot of schools. I don't know if off the top of my head if there's been any schools that have had multiple number ones. You would imagine that Alabama's had a pretty good chance to have that, but typically it's been quarterbacks. And now that I say that, I know off the top of my head immediately that Oklahoma had back-to-backs with Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield, who's kind of making his way through the through the draft day. It's not been really easy for him, but for the Dogs, Travon is a great representative for a program that is seemingly still on the rise. This is only his third season, third calendar year. That would be 2021 and 22, where he is playing nothing but football. And let's be honest, 2020 wasn't really a normal year, right? So his progress was probably slowed down in that time. I'm seeing this now that since Matthew was selected in 2009, Oklahoma's had 3 quarterbacks taking number one. That's amazing. No Alabama player taking number one. That's kind of hard to believe considering everything. But again, number one in the NFL draft is really based off of, are you a quarterback? Are you protecting the quarterback, or are you rushing the quarterback? And in that time, we've seen now, Travon being the third D end that has been selected in that time. The vast majority of guys have been quarterbacks. Matthew, Sam Bradford, Cam Newton, Andrew Luck, then Eric Fisher, who was an offensive tackle for the Chiefs. Jadeveon Clowney, obviously a premier pass rusher coming out of South Carolina. Jameis Winston, Jared Goff, Myles Garrett, a premier pass rusher in the league for some time. He's with the Cleveland Browns coming out of Texas A&M. And then Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, back-to-back Oklahomas. Joe Burrow, who was at Ohio State before Urban Meyer kind of ran him off. He wins the national championship at LSU. And then Trevor Lawrence, who won the national championship at Clemson in 2019. You had, guys that are national championship quarterbacks, Cam Newton, Jameis Winston, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence. These are all guys that won the national championship. And now you've got Travon Walker, who won the national championship at Georgia, just not as a quarterback. So I think for the Dogs, it gives them the ability to sell not just that high-level guys can come to Georgia and make it as the number one draft pick, but that if you're willing to work and play within a system, not only will you have success on the field, like Georgia did in the 2021 national championship season. Make sure you're picking up DAWGSTRUCTION. The link is down below. I'm getting low on these, so make sure you're getting that now before graduation and Father's Day. If you need me to sign it, dean@dogpost.com. Just let me know. Give me a heads up. Um, it means if you're at Georgia that you can win the national championship, play within a scheme, not wear yourself out. Um, and go on to be a number one draft pick. He is not the only guy on the 2021 Georgia defense that could be a number one draft pick. Jalen Carter is looking at you saying hello right now. I mean, Jalen Carter totally could be a number one overall draft pick. After that, I'm not sure. There's a number one draft pick on Georgia's board. Although Amarius Mims certainly could be in the future. He's got to go play, right? I mean, that's an important thing for him. He's got to fight his way onto the field. Huge moment. I don't know Travon. He's not my friend. I've certainly covered him for a while. Um, I like him a lot. I like his family. I think that he's deep. He's smart. He is certainly appears to be driven, and those are a lot of the accolades that are hard to get in most human beings. I doubt very seriously that he will have issues. Um, we don't know. But boy, that would be hard for me to imagine. Um, and I think that his skill set is just too hard to replace. And that's probably what everybody was looking at in the NFL draft. Let's keep in mind that the NFL is not like a lot of other things. They really are uh, geeked up about hand size, numbers. They are the original analytics crowd, and they've always been this way. And for Travon, that helps. For Nakobe Dean, that's hurting him. And so then you start talking about guys like Nakobe Dean and perhaps I thought Devontae Wyatt would be a value pick. It's turning out he's getting too high to be a value pick. I thought, it was possible Trayvon would be a third round guy. That's just looking like it's not going to. I don't know what he's going to be. I'm recording this before Devontae got selected, but you know, I think for Kirby and them, it also gives them the ability to once more promote their program. A team that no didn't have a Heisman Trophy winner, but it has a number one overall draft pick. It has the 2021 national championship. It has the Orange Bowl championship. It has a Rose Bowl championship, a Sugar Bowl championship, a Peach Bowl championship, SEC Conference championship 2017. If you want to throw the Liberty Bowl in there, you can. But this is a program that seems like it is here to stay, that it may well be on the upswing. I know that sounds strange for people to say, well, why, there's 12 guys or whatever that could get drafted. How can you say they're on the upswing? This is something that Matt DeBerry and I talk about in the next riding home on Sunday night. This Georgia program is gonna have every single season anywhere from 6 to 10 guys drafted, and it shows that they know what they're doing in terms of NFL development over in Athens at the Georgia Bulldogs.